Why did Russell M. Nelson not just play that in conference when he was talking about 2 Hour Church?
This is gonna be the best day ever. This is gonna be the best day ever. Wake up.
You show up too early.
That's true.
He must. No.
So you got to be showing up often enough that you're like dependable. We know he's going to be here, but you don't want to be on time enough that they start giving you more responsibility.
I can bank online. Why can't I go to church online? I've got a secure browser. Why can't I?
No, a church bell? What is this, a cattle call?
Church bell.
Dude, that's right.
Because this man is...
That was the funniest LDS stand-up I freaking ever saw in my life. That dude's a legend. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Word Radio. I'm your host. Oh, would you? Oh. I heard you say something and I was just like, oh, what just happened? Anyway, I am your host, Cardinellis. I'm joined in the studio by our house mouse of a friend who chirps in the middle of our intros, none other than Rodney Norman, comedian-in-chief, stake patriarch of the Ward Radio Wigwam, who is here to introduce us to a buddy of his named Keith Stubbs, who has done a really fun and interesting, family-friendly funny of 3 Hour Church.
Yes.
My
now,
man.
let us preface this.
Okay.
This was before the change was made. So my friend is not only very funny, but he is a prophet. Yeah,
so in this program, we actually just review really funny, family-friendly, funny clips, especially ones that are tangential to the Church of Jesus Christ. And this guy apparently reached the top of Norman's list, top 10 comedy, right here, you'd say?
Oh, easily. Keith Stubbs is one of the absolutely the most funniest individuals I have ever known in my life.
Okay, cool.
He is a friend, he is a mentor, and more importantly, and he would agree, he's extraordinarily funny.
Oh, you would agree. That's good to hear.
Yes.
All right, man. So let's check out what he's got to say. Here it is. Take me to church, Keith Stubbs.
Let's go to church, everybody. Let's do it.
Oh, it's a dry bar. Okay,
I'm into
cool.
it, man. I go. You ever sat through 3 hours of anything and thought, that was perfect?
Oh, no. Oh, no. It is so true. It is so absolutely true.
3 hours. They do a focus group on that? Is that what they do? At 2 hours and 45 minutes, someone's saying, that's just not getting it done. That is not working at all. I need another quarter hour is what I need. 3 hours? Are you kidding me? That's why I didn't go see Titanic, because it was too long. Before I go see a movie, I found out how long that thing is before I made my way into that movie. But 3 hours every Sunday? Come on! Can we go online a little bit? Can we do it online? Come on, man. Gutenberg paved the way. We got this thing going on. We got computers. Let's log on for church, everybody. Let's do a little clicky there. Wouldn't that be nice if I just get up in the morning and log on? You got the little Skype thing and the little tie on and, oh yeah, absolutely. Concur, could not agree more. Let's do that. I can bank online. Why can't I go to church online? I've got a secure browser. Why can't I just click yes? Everyone likes? Absolutely likes. Absolutely likes it. I could not likes it more. Dude. If I likes it anymore, you wouldn't believe me. That's how much I likes it. Church, I'm ahead of it, man. Some of you right now are going, wait a second. I said, Daddy's right. I am on the money on this one. Don't fight me on this one. I am right on the money. I tell you, I've talked to people in the know, and they're going, you, my friend, pound cake, are a visionary. That's what you are. You're ahead of the game. Go to church, especially when you got kids going to church. That's the worst. You got the kids loading them up. They don't want to go when they're that young. They want to go for the social aspect, but they don't want to get up and go. You got to get them dressed. You got to fight them to get dressed. And hey, look, hurry up. And you start losing it. You start getting that vein in the forehead. Like, hurry up. You got to get them all in. That's why I show up late, man. I'm late, dude. I am late arriving to any church. Anything, just late. That's my strategy. Late. If you show up too early.
That's true.
He must. No. I'm here to blend I am back row Joe is what I am. If they move the wall farther back, that's where I would be. I'm not kidding you. Just keep scooching it back. I am back there rolling in with my kids and my wife, and you got to get packed. You got to bring supplies. You have to get everything. You have to get beef jerky, flaming hot Cheetos. You got to get the iPad charged up. And by the way, can you get some signal in there for crying out loud? What is going on? How am I going to find the score if I don't...
Oh no! Oh no!
It's tough.
Oh no! He did it!
Back row Joe, all the way in the back, and you got your kids, and you're just trying to keep them behaved. You want to keep you just want to blend in, and you're like, okay, just okay. And you have to separate them. You have to be in the middle, because if you let them all sit in one clump, you know that it's trouble. So you have to kind of break it up and like,
yeah,
okay,
that's true.
Here's some Cheerios.
It's true.
Shut up. Just be quiet. About 4 rows up, you go, what's wrong with him? What's his problem? You can't control your children? Like, shut up or I'll snap your neck. You know? Seriously. Don't you want to raise your kids? No, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm winging it. Believe me, man. And I know my parents are winging it because they weren't. I wouldn't be doing this for a living, I can tell you that. I have a respectable job. I wouldn't be selling peepholes door to door. Sure.
Oh
man.
My
you go to these things and someone's got to say the prayer. It's like, oh man, keep it tight. Let's go. You know, and sometimes they need to ask someone right on this. It needs to be extemporaneous. You say the prayer. Okay, all right. And it'll be quick. You tell someone a week in advance, oh no. They're going to go through it all. They're going to cover every possible subject in the world, wars and rumors of wars, and moisture, need moisture. We got moisture. I get it. Well, we can do that. These are the reasons they don't ask me to talk at church, by the way. This is exact jokes. Oh, man.
This guy must be so fun in Elders Quorum.
I love music, man. You can tell. I am into music, but come on, man. Play the hits, right? Play the hits. There's 10 good songs. Let's stick with the 10 that we all know. Don't need the book. I got this. And don't get fancy with the extra verses. That's what I don't like. We're going to sing all the verses. Don't be a hero. Tighten it up. Come on. I'm here. I'm on board, but come on. You guys don't know how to take me on this one, do you? Some of you are going, you're right on the money. That's right. I'm ahead of the game.
Dude. This guy is a legend.
Yes, he is.
What the worst is whenever you go to any kind of function like that and you know that it's supposed to end at a certain time and they just keep going. Same thing with church. You know it's going to be out at high noon. Just think about it. If it ended 5 minutes early, you'd be going, I can breathe. Doesn't it feel good when something's just a little shorter? You're like, this is great. If someone goes over and it's 12:01, you're like, come on. No, come on. Why are you doing that? Tighten it up. Oh, you guys are very nice. Thank you so much. My name is Keith.
Oh, dude. That was absolutely hilarious. Please tell me this guy is like a bishop now. Please tell. Oh, wait. No, ads not for this guy. Please tell me this guy is a bishop now, dude.
Oh no, he makes sure to keep his. Like I said, he goes late.
Oh,
I mean, he's. Trust me, he's a wonderful man. He's a beautiful human being.
He is never getting a leadership position in the church.
Not
after that. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but it is just so funny.
Oh.
So funny because everything he's saying, you've thought every single one of those things at some point.
I am freaking rolling right now. I am still absolutely rolling right now, my man. Dude, like, so how is that not literally, why did Russell M. Nelson not just play that in conference when he was talking about 2-hour church? You know?
Yes, that would have been perfect lead in here.
Lead in, that should have just been the conference talk.
Yes.
Like literally, Russell M. Nelson just could have gotten up and said, all of us that has sustained Keith Stubbs and would like to usher in, 2-hour church, just say aye. And then they just hand out colored shirts for everybody that wants to avoid getting a priesthood calling. And it's so true. You show up early, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You show up early, you are screwed, and you're in leadership, man. They kind of see the trick in Mormonism is you have to be just like, sorry, we're not supposed to say Mormonism anymore. Sorry, the trick in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is showing up often enough and consistently enough that people know, look, he's with us. He's in the tribe. You know what I'm saying?
He's a member.
And
because you don't want to get put on the special list.
Yeah, you don't want to get put on the special list.
You don't want to be the special project.
And you got to be with us. There's for us and there's against us. You got you want to be in the tribe, right? So you got to be showing up often enough that you're like dependable. We know he's going to be here, but you don't want to be on time enough that they start giving you more responsibilities.
Yes.
And you don't want to show up in a suit enough, or else then you're screwed and you're in the bishopric.
There's a good reason I have long hair and a beard. This has kept me out of any significant calling in the church for years.
This guy's making me old man wheeze, bro.
They whenever my name comes up and they start thinking for a new bishop, they go, Brother Norman. They kind of look at each other and go, is he even still active?
Oh, dude.
Some of them are like, is he a member?
Dude, what calling do you have since you travel so much, dude?
I don't. I've been
in your home ward. You kind of can't. Really,
I think
right?
the last real significant calling I ever had was bell ringer.
Wait, bell ringer?
Yeah, it's a calling where you're the one that goes up back with 3-hour church. You go up and ring the bell to let everybody know it's time to go to the other class.
You actually had like a school bell?
I had a calling. Yeah, there's a bell in every church. There's a button, usually near the coat
We
racks.
never had that in any of my churches growing up.
Trust me, there's a bell.
Our bell is just, that because the primary gets out first, because the primary teacher's like, they never go all the way until like 3:00. At 2:58, they let the kids just go. And then within 30 seconds of you hearing the kids, you got 60 seconds to wrap up your lesson, because like clockwork, those ladies let the kids just start running wild.
Okay, see, the way it's supposed to be is that you give one ring at 5 minutes, and then you give two at 1 minute to let them know it's time to give the prayer. Yeah, that's the way it was. That's the way it was used to be done. I used to have that calling.
Really? Was that a long time ago or just even recently?
It was last time I think I did it was about 2015.
If there is any proof that 1980s corporatism and manufacturing strategy had infiltrated the church, you know what I'm saying, by the 1980s and 90s, it's the fact that they put a freaking bell. Why don't they just use an air horn or a triangle saying, come and get your gruel, lunchtime mates, come and get your gruel.
I'm surprised you had never heard the church bell. You've never heard this.
A church bell? What is this, a cattle call?
Church bell.
Really? I am literally just Googling into the search engine on YouTube right now, LDS church bell, and seeing what videos come up. Because if it doesn't exist on, what's it called?
I had the calling.
Wow. Holy smoke. No, it's just a bunch of,
anti.
No, not anti. Actually, it's a interesting video of the church bells ringing in Nesso on Lake Como, as well as a bunch of like kind of cool concerts that the church has pulled. Like here's one like the bells on Temple Square, right? So that's of course not what we're looking for. So wow, was that a fun calling? You just had to be like Johnny on the spot.
I got out of every meeting early because I had to go ring the bell.
You're not doing a good job of saying church is a great place to be. Here we are literally saying my favorite calling was the one where I got out early from church. Guys, church is an amazing place. It's spiritually, good to be grounded, to mourn with those that mourn, comfort those that stand in need of comfort, be part of a people, and not get out early. Unless you probably hated that calling because you missed those beautiful last 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I am dying, bro. Okay. Dude, my stomach hurts. My
I'm t-
stomach hurts,
Keith
bro.
Stubbs, that is some of the best spot on material.
Okay,
about
so
church.
what's he like in real life, bro? Like, is he just a riot?
He's
or
really
what?
funny because he owns the Wise Guys.
Oh, he owns Wise Guys.
He owns Wise Guys.
Okay, cool.
And he's sole owner. And so he runs, and it's considered one of the top 5 comedy clubs in the country.
Oh, shut up!
I mean,
Really?
It is, yeah, absolutely. It's Joe Rogan goes on about it all the time. He says it's absolutely. Most of the bigger names will go and work Wise Guys before they'll go and do their big theater shows,
Just to test it out.
Well, the Salt Lake audience is considered one of the smartest audiences that they work. So it's one of the best audiences because they have the least they have the least amount of problems with alcohol. And just the audience.
No
will
drunken
go with,
hecklers.
No drunken hecklers.
And if they are, then you know they're ex-mo, anti-mo.
Yeah.
No.
They just get them right out of there. And just say,
I would take that job just to be able to toss out people that probably recognize me and hate me.
just to take advantage of the opportunity.
And I would enjoy it. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I would enjoy it. But okay, keep going.
But he's built this incredible thing. And it's because, most comedy club owners are not comedians. They're just businessmen who see an opportunity.
Okay.
Keith Stubbs is a comedian first. And so when he was building Wise Guys, his focus was always just the show is the most important part
Cultivating
of
the talent, baby.
Cultivating the talent, making sure the show is tight and funny from beginning to end. And building an atmosphere in the club that is conducive to comedy, to breeding great comedy.
Wow.
And so he's developed a great thing. But one of the problems with this is that because of that, he's so focused on that, his career as a comedian has been kind of sidetracked. Because he's so focused so much on the
masters, yeah.
So he's focused so much on the club that he hasn't been able to do comedy as much as he should.
Okay.
And I am on a one-man mission to get him back doing stand-up comedy full-time.
Dude, that's right.
Because this man is...
That was the funniest LDS stand-up I freaking ever saw in my life. That dude's a legend. My stomach still hurts. And it was 5 minutes ago we stopped watching his clip. He has got to get back in the game, bro.
He's agreed.
Could you get him to come on the show?
But just lose? Yes, I could get him on here.
Dude,
I think you would,
dude, that would be
enjoy it
so funny.
He's such a great comic, but he's not. People don't realize he's a great comic because he's hardly ever on stage anymore because he's always around the club. He's always worried about whether or not I got enough mayonnaise in the kitchen, and if he's got.
No, I get that.
So
I get that,
but he's really funny because to me, I've known him for years. He's a very good friend, and most people are intimidated by him.
Really?
Very, and it's funny to me because because he's the guy. He's the one.
You know what's crazy is I 100% identify with that. You may not realize this. I was a founding member of Humor U, the stand-up comedy club at BYU.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Go look up their founding 8 members. I was there, the original MC, a lot like you, the whole 9 yards. But having run Ward Radio now successfully for 3 or 4 years, I haven't had time to sit down and write a joke. Why? Because I've got to calculate my CPM and my RPM, and I got to be flying down Kwaku and Brad, and I'm coordinating different guests. I end up having to buy, are the talent trailers rented for the talent? Are there, is a studio space available? It's a minefield of just mental bandwidth that you got to clear out in order to just sit and focus on the funny.
Yeah.
Which people do not realize that being a stand-up comedian, you are responsible for the beginning, middle, and end, and every single transition in between. The writing, the memorizing, the execution, the rehearsal, and then finally the exposition of even a 5-minute set.
Mm-hmm.
And they have no idea until they've done it themselves just how hard it is. Because unfortunately for stand-up comedians, and fortunately because it weeds out competition, but unfortunately for them, if you make it look easy, it looks natural.
Yes.
It looks natural. Sorry, if you you make it look easy. If you're good, you make it look easy and you make it look natural. And people think that, oh, well, being a stand-up comedian, that means you just have to be a funny person.
Just get up there and talk.
Yeah, you just get up there and talk. You lay out some jokes, and I got good timing. Yeah, I'm going to take a whack at this. And then they tank at open mic night.
Oh, absolutely. As I like to say, making your friends laugh all the time is one thing.
Yeah.
But making a group of strangers laugh at 8 o'clock and again at 10 is a completely different one.
Dude, you know what we should do, bro?
What's that?
That might be interesting. Is just like almost a round table with some comedians about how to write a stand-up act. Like what their process is, what to do. I bet you that would be a super interesting YouTube video, especially for up-and-coming artists, to just say like, I run Wise Guys and I was a stand-up comedian for years. This was my my method. This was my MO, right? And then you could say, okay, I do it this way. And then I could say, oh, I do it this way. I was a little bit kind of like Matt Rife. I'd rely quite heavily on some crowd work to get started. And I would crowd work until it gave me an excuse to launch into my first joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so crowd work into the first joke, that was a good formula for me, right? But that functioned with my personality. That may not function for a guy like you. That may not function for a guy like Keith. That may not function for Joe Rogan, for all we know, right? But if it hits on stage, it hits.
Yeah.
You know? So, wow. So, Keith, you're on a mission to make him a stand-up comedian again. Should he do one of the sets? Should he be one of the top 5 that does a set? You think we could convince him to do a 22-minute set?
He was the first one I contacted, and he's already agreed.
Oh, woo! It is happening, baby.
He's got to work out the details because, yeah, he's like I said, he's a wonderful human being and just so funny. He's one of those comics that when he's on stage, every comic comes to watch him perform.
Dude, we're freaking doing this.
He's one of those kind of talents.
This is insane.
Like I said, if you don't know Keith Stubbs, go look him up and look at he's several stuff on Dry Bar, and he's just very funny gentleman.
All right, dude, can you say the closing prayer before we go? No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. And, I think now would be a good time. Let's ask the audience, who's their favorite? We've done, 2 or 3 of these shows now where we're analyzing some of our favorite.
Yeah, maybe there's somebody
comedians
out there that we haven't heard of that you know of.
Exactly.
Maybe there's somebody in your ward
you live in
who
Connecticut,
gets up and does comedy every time you guys have a ward activity, and he's funny and nobody's ever heard of him.
Yeah. Actually,
let us know about him.
I'm putting a submission page on the website in order to be a guest on Ward Radio.
Oh.
And what we should do is one of the parameters is you have to be able to upload a video. So we should just have anybody that wants to be a comedian that can. We got so much we could do here. We got to plan out. There's a couple of theaters in LA that I know that we could get for not too expensive. Have an open mic night there. That might be funny. Maybe not open mic where we might want to control it first, because then you might get some hate watcher who just like Exmo, Anti-Mo just dumps his anti-Mormon testimony on an audience. It's like, I don't want to hear about the Kinderhook blades.
Well, that's fun. I used to run an all ages open mic in Provo at the Covey Center. And
I don't know what that is. What's a Covey Center?
It's just a performing arts center
rock
on Center Street. But we used to get all ages, and so we would get kids who would come in. We would have families come in, and it was like, doing karaoke. They'd come and do open mic comedy.
Entire families?
Entire families would come, and because it was all clean, it was, like I said, it's church standards is what I said. I said, it's all clean. I said, no.
Well, we want it to be funny, so it can't be church standards, or else then the church building has to neuter it.
But you know what I mean. But you know what I mean. I was so there's kids here, there's families here. Let's not. If you got an axe to grind, don't come.
Yeah, family friendly. It's supposed to be family friendly.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's and it was a blast. And we had a lot of young people who got started doing comedy who are still doing it now. And this was back in.
I want one of those kids. That you saw perform with their freaking family. If that family can fly to LA, I want them on our show. I want it to be like that 7-Up documentary series where like every 7 years they followed, you know, the same 7 kids out of it was like an orphanage or some youth center in London. And they started out when they were 7, then they followed them when they were 14 and then caught up when they were 21. And the video was so popular, the documentary, that they went back and caught up with them when they were 28, then when they were 35, then when they were 43. And now the 7-Up documentary series, these people are like in their 50s. And there's this documentary guy that has literally followed them their entire lives.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, so anyway, family out there, Rodney Norman's open mic night family. We don't know who you are. Their last name's probably like Allred or something super Mormon, right?
But if you're still doing comedy, get a hold of us. We'd love to bring you on.
Dude,
if you used to do that open mic, you remember it and you're still a comic, let me know.
Oh, dude, this is awesome. So let's keep the conversation going, guys, in the comments below on this video, or if you're listening on the radio, in the comments of this program. And as always, guys, for this and more, please make sure you check us out at wardradio.com.
This is gonna be the best day ever. This is gonna be the best day ever. Wake up, top of the morning. The bacon is crispy, the coffee is pouring. My meditation is peeling an orange. The bank says I'm already scoring.